More and more investors in the U.S. are turning from securities and currency to a more solid investment, privately owned gold bullion. But buying gold is not as easy as one might think, and securing it presents more of a challenge. Joining us to talk about developments in the gold market is Paul Tustain, CEO of London-based Bullion Vault. Welcome, Paul. We're delighted to have you.
It's good to be here.
Also joining us is Jordan Goodman, author of 10 best-selling books on personal finance. He is also the former Wall Street correspondent for Money Magazine and financial commentator for NBC News. Jordan, can you explain briefly how gold is traded on the main international markets?
Sure. The ways most people buy gold are they have physical gold coins of various types, like American Eagles and Canadian coins and so on. There are gold futures markets. There are gold mining shares. There are gold mutual funds. And there are certificates where you can buy physical gold. But what we're talking about here today is actually owning it directly, not through all these intermediaries.
That's the bullion.
That's right.
The brick.
People don't typically own these big bricks of gold, but now they're going to be able to own it directly.
Good. Now, Paul, you've been doing research on why people are buying gold and how they're doing it. What patterns do you see today?
Well, we're seeing about 1,000 people a day now searching the internet for ways to buy gold. And the two big trends we're seeing, first is a common theme that runs through them all, is a distrust of the major currencies, particularly the euro and the US dollar. And also we're seeing, in fact, in the visitors to our sites, 85% of our customers are specifically hostile to futures. They want physical gold stored securely in a vault.
Now, Paul, why have physical bullion trading costs come down?
Well, the problem in the bullion market for a long time has been that the bars are very big, and the professional bullion market requires that they have a continuous history in the vaults, all the way through in professional vaults back to the date of their original manufacture. Now, for private investors who typically don't want to buy a whole bar, if they take that gold or a small bar out of the bullion market, it immediately loses its integrity, and then it's lost probably 3, 4, maybe even 5% of its value to the professional buyers in the market.
Paul, how has what you've been doing allowed the cost of trading of gold to come down?
Well, by being able to meet directly on the internet, retail buyers and sellers are able to cut out the middlemen and deal direct with each other.
For more, let's go to this World Business Review Field Report.
Every day, investors search the internet looking for ways to buy gold. Bullion Vault has developed a new system based on privately owned gold bars, secured in the commercial bullion industry's vaults.
People associate Brinks with on-the-car work, on the streets, London, New York. The idea is that Brinks maintains as much responsibility and control over our shipments from the moment we collect it till the moment it is delivered.
Most financial instruments depend upon the performance of the person underwriting it. Even, after all, banknotes depend upon the performance of the central bank issuing it. Gold is different. Gold is gold. So the risk, though, is, do you really want to keep it at home under your bed? No, you're going to give it to somebody else to keep. What we bring is the comfort to the customer of knowing that the gold is stored at Brinks.
The storage of real bars in commercial rather than bank vaults comes as a surprise to many gold buyers.
Investors who keep their gold in a Brinks facility rather than the vault of a bullion bank, it's closer to a personal ownership than it would be if they held their gold in the form of either an allocated or unallocated gold account at a bullion bank. I can imagine why some investors might feel that there were distinct advantages in that, especially given that keeping it in Brinks keeps it within the chain of integrity of the gold bullion market as a whole.
For World Business Review, I'm Jamie Mahler reporting.
Now, Paul, there's a famous saying that gold is the one asset which is no one's liability. Is this still true?
No, that's not really true. At least 95% of gold traded around the world now is in a notional form. If you look at futures, they get rolled over from quarter to quarter, and they probably never get materialized into hard form. What we're finding is that more private investors quitting the futures market, and they're wanting